Welcome. Today we are going to talk about the legal aspects of bioflavors. As I have mentioned in the introduction, aroma chemicals are molecules with a small molecular weight. Therefore, the chemical synthesis can be achieved significantly cheaper. So what's the reason for biotechnological production? I would like to explain this with the example of vanillin. Vanillin is the largest aroma chemical. About 17,000 tons are chemically synthesized every year. The price for a kilogram is in the range of 10 to 15 euro. In the US, this molecule has to be labeled as an artificial flavor due to the fact that the synthesis is done with fossil oil-based precursors. In Europe, however, it was called a nature-identical flavor, as it has the identical structure as the molecule out of vanilla. If the vanillin would be extracted and purified out of vanilla pods, the molecule can be named a natural flavor because it comes from vanilla. So let's have a closer look at the vanilla pods. The price for vanilla pods at the end of 2017 was in the range of more than 500 euro per kilogram. The cured vanilla pods contain only 1 to 2% of vanillin, so natural vanillin will cost more than 15,000 euro per kg, not considered the costs for extraction and purification. This is, compared to the synthetic material, an exorbitant price, which will not be paid by the consumers. This is where the legislation in the European Union and the United States comes into play. Let's have a look at some aspects of the flavor regulation of the EU. In Article 3, 7 categories are defined. First, we have flavoring substances. Second, natural flavoring substances. Third, flavor preparation. Fourth, thermal process flavorings. Fifth, smoke flavorings. Sixth, flavor precursor. 7, other flavorings. For smoke flavors, there is a separate regulation in the EU. We will focus on the second category and look at the definition. A natural flavoring substance is defined as a flavoring substance obtained by appropriate physical, enzymatic, or microbiological processes from material of vegetable, animal, or microbiological origin, either in the raw state or after processing for human consumption. Natural flavoring substances correspond to substances that are naturally present and have been identified in nature. This definition allows the application of biotechnological methods, provided that the natural raw material are used for the production. The situation in the United States is similar. In the Code of Federal Regulations, the following definition is given. The term natural flavor or natural flavoring means the essential oil, oleoresin, essence, or extractive protein hydrolysate, distillate, or any product of roasting, heating, or enzymolysis, which contains a flavoring constituent derived from a spice, fruit, or fruit juice, vegetable or vegetable juice, edible yeast, herb, bark, bud, root, leaf, or similar plant material, meat, seafood, poultry, eggs, dairy products, or fermentation products thereof, whose significant function in food is flavoring rather than nutritional. The definitions at the first glance looks quite similar, even when the term enzymolysis might indicate enzymatic hydrolysis. There is an explicit reference given to fermentation products, but products from roasting and heating are also mentioned. Roasted products in Europe are a separate category of flavors, the thermal process flavorings. Heating opens the door for some chemical reactions which only takes place at higher temperatures. In general, one can say that the requirements in the States are not as strict as they are in the EU. Therefore, companies who are active on a world scale prefer to use EU natural flavors, which are accepted all over the world, while this is not true for all US natural flavors. Coming back to the example of vanillin. Based on the definition for natural flavors we just looked at, we now realize that it is possible to produce vanillin with a fermentation process to obtain it as a natural flavor. This has been done commercially for over 2 decades, and the volume reaches in the meantime about 100 tons per year. And the price for this product is much lower compared to the extraction out of the vanilla pods. The price is currently in the range of about 300 euros per kg, which is 10 to 15 times higher than that of a chemically synthesized product. The higher price is based on the more costly natural material and the process. The biotechnological process to vanillin will be the topic of the next unit.